Hello, everyone. It's 222 here on Tuesday, December the 10th. Here with me, Tammeron, a spiritual guide and founder of Tammeron's Place, a retreat for spiritual growth. I am here joining you live every Tuesday to offer a two-card reading with spirit to guide us on how to manage the emotional energies that many of us are experiencing each week. These weekly intuitive readings are based on the energies of the moon. So what I'm calling moon wisdom. And if we have, pardon me, a cycle of Mercury retrograde, we will incorporate the energies of Mercury as well. However, we are now out of the last Mercury retrograde cycle of 2019, and tomorrow we will receive the full moon energy, which is in Gemini, and it is the last full moon of 2019. So huge opportunities for karmic release happening this week. So many people are already experiencing the intense emotional energies that are happening. And I'm here live with you each week with my cup of tea, pardon me, recovering from a cold and almost there. The magic elixir that is in my teacup today is more of a warming type of a tea. I've got warm water in here, fresh cut ginger, a splash of lemon juice, and apple cider vinegar. Many people are getting sick, including myself. And so these tasty ingredients will help to alleviate and to keep us warm. And keep the energy moving in our body. So I've got my little Capricorn cup here, and I'm going to put it down. Again, each week I share with you whose deck that I'm using for this two-card draw. And I am still using fellow Canadian Colette Baron-Reid's Oracle deck, the Enchanted Map. I've been using this deck off and on for 2019, and I find it a fantastic deck to give us intuitive advice on how to keep moving through these energies. So I will be shuffling the deck as I speak. Again, two-card draw each week. Is the first card is the challenge. The second card is geared towards the action step. However, with this being the full moon in Gemini, I'm going to encourage everybody to really trust your intuition this week. And the reason why is Gemini is a twin, right? It has two sides. So what people could be experiencing this week is this feeling of deja vu, like, I feel like I've been in this situation before. However, in the past, what did you do to move through it? And are you going to do things differently this time around? So there is an opportunity for a huge karmic release. A lot of things we can surrender to letting go. We can finally come to the truth of the matter, understanding ourselves a lot more deeply as well. So again, I'm going to encourage you to use your intuition the most this week when you are having conversations with people. Again, if you feel like you've been in this situation before, it's like, what is the truth that is coming out for you? All right, so this is the question I'm going to be asking Spirit in this two-card draw is, how are we going to manage it this week? How are we going to manage this energy? All right, about feeling like we're in a little bit of a fog. Are people actually telling us the truth? Are we going to follow the mind, or are we going to trust our intuition? Okay, and if so, how are we going to do that? Okay, so the first card here is Deep Freeze. All right, so I'm going to put this deck down for a second. When a card comes upside down, it's not necessarily a negative card. However, it's a reminder. Okay, so I want you to look at the numbers on top first. If you're into numerology, 2 + 6 is the number 8. 8 is all about finding that balance, right? So when the card is upside down, Deep Freeze, it is reminding us to check in with ourselves, right? So what I feel is that the challenge this week is going to be about taking a step back from a situation and finding that balance, like using your intuition and the logical mind. All right. So that's what this card is telling us to do, is that, you know, we can use both. However, I'm going to say always 51% intuition. Okay. So again, do you actually know what your intuition is? All right. Because a lot of times our intuition, when we're getting, I'm going to put this card down for a minute while I pull the next card. What I always remind people is that when you are getting intuitive hits, a lot of times it's not logical. You might sense something or know something, yet the logical mind is something totally different. It's not something you would know or experience, or it didn't even make sense. And so when our intuition is coming through, whether it's just something we seem to know or something doesn't feel right and we really don't know the answer in that moment, or you don't know why you know something, that's your intuition. All right. So it comes from your gut. So again, if you want to increase your intuitive powers, it really is learning how to develop the third eye, and it's about cleansing. Doctors are now finding research that our stomach is actually, you know, very powerful for us intuitively. So when we begin to detox or cleanse or change our diet, then our intuition becomes stronger. And so things become clear in the mind. You might find that you are clairvoyant, where you see things, you see energies, or you see them in your mind's eye. All right. So there's different ways for people to increase their intuitive powers. You could be more sensitive, or you just know things. And sometimes people see the future as well. All right. So that's going to be the challenge. So our next card is going to be the action step. So what steps are we going to take in order to get through this week and to complete that challenge? So the next card is, look at this, 21. Okay, so numerology number 3. Okay, for all you numerology people out there, field of dreams. So I'm going to push this card up a little bit higher to the camera, try and get the glare out for you guys. I want you to take a good look at this field of dreams. People sitting there very calm, understanding, you know, their strengths. They're gathering together. The birds are in harmony. They look like they're buzzing around. Beautiful blue sky. It almost looks like almost a full moon, which is interesting. We have a full moon energy tomorrow night. However, 2 + 1 is 3. Okay. So in this action step, I'm going to put this card down. I'll pull up both cards again in a second. In this action step of field of dreams, it's like, this is almost like a calling for people to really trust their intuition. I'm going to speak intimately about something here, because I feel like for people that may be in their late 40s or early 50s, that you're going to feel that this month is almost like a deja vu, something that you may have experienced about 18 years ago, because there are other planets in the sky that are contributing to this energy. And so I'm going to encourage you to remember how to really sit back and ask yourself, did you know the truth before and you didn't know that your intuition was strong enough? You didn't at that time know how to trust your intuition? Because this time around, that is your truth, is to use that ability to make some very powerful decisions for yourself this month. Because what this card is actually showing is that that is your truth. This is what you needed to learn. This is part of your own spiritual journey, because when you begin to develop these aspects of yourself, that's your guidance. That's your spiritual guidance. That is your inner calling, is to trust that. And so I named this video today Into the Mystic, because I honestly feel if you look at the lyrics of the song written by Van Morrison and the cover done actually by Colin James, who is my favorite Canadian artist, is that's what this song is about. When you come home, when you hear that foghorn blowing, it means that you are connected to your spirit. You're trusting that inner guidance to make these powerful decisions in your life, because they are not logical. All right. We can use the logical mind, when we need to have plans, when we need to step through something or whatever, but to make decisions and to really learn how to trust it. It's going to feel foggy at first. However, every time you use this ability, that's when the fog will clear. So when you get an intuitive hit in a similar situation, you know, I'm just going to trust it. So this is what I'm going to encourage you guys to remember this week, is because the full moon is going to be in Gemini. So what this means is that people might come up and say something or maybe want to make you think something that may not be the complete truth. Maybe it's something that they want or what they see for themselves, but your intuition is telling you, that may not be the truth. That may not be what it actually is. So I'm going to encourage you to, like the first card said, step back, find that balance, all right? And use both of your skills and speak your truth. If you honestly don't feel that what you're hearing is true, take some time out to clear the air, ask more questions, because that is the field of dreams, all right? This is a better way for us to communicate and to live more effectively. So I'm going to go on this side here, see if anybody has any questions or comments. I feel like we have some information on here. Hello, how much for a reading? Tanner? All right, I will send a response to your question as well. I actually have a promo running this month for December, which is close to, well, it's well over 50% off for astrological intuitive readings. And this is a 1 hour reading, so I don't normally do 1 hour readings. My readings are usually about 30 minutes long. However, for the month of December, these are more astrological based readings. We are going to look at your actual birthday. If you do, you know, your birth time, we're going to incorporate that information in here as well. We're going to look and review at what your actual, your purpose is in life, what your spirit is calling you here to learn. We're going to look at the challenges that you went through in certain areas of your life for the past year of 2019. And I'm going to give you guys some tools and some guidance on how to manage the next year ahead, because next year is going to be very powerful for people. However, this gift of trusting your intuition is what's going to guide you. All right. So many people, especially the millennial generation, are very sensitive. They're highly intuitive. They don't have a lot of people teaching them how to use these skills. So a lot of them call it anxiety. And I know people do have anxiety, but sometimes I feel like it's just that you're picking up on other people's energy and you don't know what's yours or what somebody else's. So I will teach you skills on how to manage that. And these skills and modalities are things that you can purchase online. Again, it's going to be about quality. These are some of the things that I teach at Tammeron's Place in my affiliate membership group. So again, that is only $36 a month. It runs up until December 15th, and we relaunch in January after the 15th. So I will put some information on here for people and follow up with anyone. I'll say here, do the pillows come with the couch? Haha, Bradley, I'll pay extra. You might have to ask the owner. I'm actually traveling right now in Southern Ontario, so the pillows don't belong to me. However, I'm going to turn this way. If you do see those pillows, those are actually dragonflies that are stitched into those pillows. And I'm going to encourage you, since you were the person who asked that question, I'm going to ask you to go online and Google the spiritual message for dragonflies, because that's a very powerful message, and it could be a message for you today. When is the auction? Sir, his couch stained undercovers. How much for the couch? You guys are so funny. Honey mustard stains in this place to get a couch. Okay, I'm an Aries looking for a couch to blow up. Do you have any pets? Hate dog hair on my couch. All right. Do you have a tarot card about the couch? Do you smoke? Oh my goodness. Okay, so anxieties from being around boomers not selling their couch. All right, so we have a lot of characters joining us here today, a lot of comedians. So thank you for showing up and being in my audience with me today. Again, if you have found this video useful, you are more than welcome to share it with other people. And again, I am here live each week on Tuesdays at 222. The videos are uploaded to my YouTube channel under Tammeron's Place. Again, these videos are to teach us how to manage the emotional energies that are linked to how we feel, which is the moon. So these are moon wisdom, and when we are in Mercury retrograde cycles, because Mercury is all about the mind. So a lot of people tend to feel that they are more emotional and sensitive around the full moon. And it's an opportunity for us to really release and let go of what no longer serves us. So it's a very powerful energy this week. And again, I encourage people to really trust their intuition and work their way through any sense of fog that they might be feeling. All right. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you here again next Tuesday live at 222. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.